Oh, sorry. It's okay. There was a whole big difference. Okay, ready? I'm in a giggling mood now. Don't know if this is gonna work. The hyper! Okay, I'll just blow this dust off. Off. Dear Lord, soul, inner body, spirit. We ask that we have the right words to actually have a conversation today. And let our ship flow. Yeah, let our ship flow. Whoa! Let our ship flow. We've got a great podcast that we're going to chat about. And let's do a little bit of a groove matter before we start. All Blacks versus South Africa Springbok tonight. Yeah. Going to go down and watch that. Go do South Africans. Excuse me? Dressed in black here on purpose. I don't. Maybe yellow banana. Okay, cheers. Cheers, bub. Here's to another one. Back at Bubby's. Number 9. I hope that wasn't too low. We're going to be in double digits soon. Oh, we're growing. We are growing. Okay. I think we're ready. I'm going to just take it off from there, mate. Sure, yes. Well, let's why the fudgicle's not? Stop this music, shall we? That's fun, though. It's actually really nice. Welcome back to Collective Consciousness. You should be drumming. Oh. Number 9. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't count. So, how was your day? Oh, it was good. Was? Yeah, it was. Rain, but love the rain because it feeds the flowers, the plants. Had a nice walk and it was lovely. Feeds the earth, yes. That's good idea. How was your day, Buffy? I was at my mum's cleaning her place pretty much all morning, and came home and prepared dinner. What? Thank you. Oh, for us. Yes, for us. I prepared dinner for us. Very excited to munch. Yes. Healthy munch. It's an a la carte. It's yes, it is. We have, but it's one options. It's Nairi, Bubby. Nairi sounds very formal. Bubby puts in such a giggly mood. I don't know how this is going to go. She's just smoked some weed. Anyway. This one won't be for kids because of that. No, that's not true. All ages are welcome, mate. No, I'm not. What did I prepare, Bub? Oh, she puts love and passion into her food, which is why I love eating anything she makes because, man, if it's not slapped on a plate at my face, it's delicately nurtured onto the plate with beautiful precision and yeah. I do like to cook and I do like to feed people, but today's just the butterfly chicken with some roasted cumin and potato or garlic. Yeah, yum. Garlic. Good for the inners. Yes. The other podcast we listen to. And just a lovely green salad. Yeah. Healthy food to nourish our mind, body and soul. Yes. I'm going to stop there. Okay. It's getting this and going to the top. Should be it. I'll leave it like that. Because otherwise, well, these are here, so yeah, it might be alright. Because it was sticking on the. Missy says, "Oh, chuck it on the side of your head." Oh, God, give it a go. Go on. We're going to talk around this show. Oh God!
Okay.
Okay. What are we talking about today, Puppy? Actually, we need to get in not serious mode, but
no, we don't need to get serious.
No.
But the podcast that we had up our sleeves already ready for you was this is a podcast with Mel Robbins. And
love this chick at the moment.
she's amazing, isn't she?
Isn't she?
She's just really, for someone who hasn't been in the game for very long, she's cracking it.
She's on fire.
She's, yeah. This lady's on fire. And her special guest is Jason Wilson. You may have seen him on social media. He is a big advocate for young youth over the States, which could be that way.
Wherever.
Because that's me. And I'm helping young boys. He opened up his own dojo.
Yes.
Yes.
If you like Karate Kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And teaching, he's teaching young boys to learn how to be in touch with their emotions. Because, as we know, a lot of our men, some men, not all, are very have that stigma on them where
they're
men
angry
cry.
for everything.
Yeah, men don't show emotions. Men just soldier on and carry on. And he's trying to
get underneath all that.
Yeah,
let
shift
them
all of that.
Feel the feelings.
On his side of the world.
Yeah.
Which I think is pretty amazing.
And being on that side of the world doesn't mean it's not reaching everyone like these podcasts, because I've heard of him before when we both we'd seen him on, I'd seen him on YouTube.
Yeah. When he speaks, he just really fucking makes you shiver.
Yeah. So what was the podcast called, Doug? Did we write that? No.
Why our young men are young men.
It's about, write that part. We will put it in the caption. But it is all about, we really need the title.
Okay, let's just...
On yours.
You can't see me doing this, can you? Creeping and creeping and creeping.
Top one, Bob. Top one, yeah.
What kind of podcast is this? Hey, never mind yours. We're different, alright? Because we're from New Zealand. And
here we go.
We like to change things up a little bit. Y'all. I know it was something to do
It's about men and boys.
Yes.
And how we can help them understand and...
The real reason boys and men are quietly giving up what they need to hear. Mel Robbins. And it's kind of goes through everything from unveiling the real reason men are quietly struggling. Because I think this guy, Jason Wilson, obviously went through his own experience as a male.
He did.
Who kept quiet about things and had his own beliefs that were passed down and left imprints on him, and don't show emotion.
Yeah, and he believes as well that, so he had obviously male figures around him, but, a lot of men or young boys as well don't have many male figures around them, and they think that you should, whether it be an uncle, a brother, a friend, anyone, just so it's someone they can talk to, because they're finding out now that when they get groups of men together, they do actually talk. Like women, we talk, that's just what we do, which helps us get through. But guys, again, from, back in the day, they've been told that they shouldn't and hide and don't talk.
Yeah, to be disconnected from themselves, and they're just the provider.
Yeah, soldier on. We're just here.
They go out and work and provide for the family and protect, and all that kind of stuff, but aren't allowed to feel what they feel. And a lot of the times, most guys are always angry.
But that's just covering an emotion.
Yeah. What really...
Sadness, happiness, everything. Actually, every emotion a guy has is usually resorts to anger, which is why that we think, oh, what's wrong? But we're not allowing them the time. We then go, ooh, you're angry. Shit, I'm out.
Yeah.
Or I don't like that, But it's being able to be in that space in yourself to then let them open up and be like, hey, I know you're angry, but what are you angry about? Let's try and get to the real root cause.
Because I see a few men in New Zealand. I don't know if it's us, and don't quite know.
Oh, those groups.
Yeah, there's groups, but I wanted to kind of share that I think I know we're up there on the ladder of very high in suicide here in New Zealand, and the majority were our men. Pretty much.
So sad, isn't it?
So sad.
Gosh, like we need our men, just like, we need each other. We're all human souls. But I must say, before hearing this podcast, there's definitely been personal things I've even thought about in my relationships that I never thought about before I heard this. Again, just hearing information helps you so much. And I actually, in one of the parts of them, it talks about napping and how men need to rest, not necessarily sleep, but, rest, So their system is, we peak in the morning, we steady line, and then we crash. Whereas women are like, so we're very different. And I would always actually just be so angry that, like, why are you sleeping? Like, I'm going and going and going. How come, and probably because I never allowed myself to rest or take a rest. So I'm like, why you? But, I actually went and gave him a call. I think I saw him to his face, actually. And I just said, I understand and I'm real sorry for giving you shit all the time about resting and napping. And it was probably because just in me, I was upset that he was. Because I didn't allow myself the time.
Because you were always on the go.
Yeah.
Because you had the kids, you were taking care of the kids, you were taking care of the household.
Both roles are important. It's just
understanding the difference in the roles, and I think the difference in the men and women, because we are women differently.
Yeah, and we can go and go even though we shouldn't. We do need to allow all the time, but we do have more. Again, it's different times of the day that we steady line and baseline the men and women. So really understanding that and being able to work with it is I think detrimental to a relationship, especially. So
I will just elaborate a little bit on that rest, because he says in there, rest is not about being tired and it's not about them sleeping. It's because that's an unconscious state that provides physical and mental relaxing. So when you're sleeping, that's what you're doing, whether you're male or female. But for, I think, not just only men, but also for women, is rest is a conscious state of freedom from anything that wearies the soul. Because we're always constantly thinking about something.
So can you elaborate on that? Is that meditation, or is that just sitting still and like feeling, listening to your thoughts and just being like, is there anything I need to do? Or is it just...
I think it's just being in stillness with yourself.
Could I be playing PlayStation and that's rest because they're just concentrating on one thing?
Well,
I wonder.
It depends on for that person. I feel like but I'm just kind of elaborating on what he's kind of coming forth of what rest means for men. Is men just really just don't want to be thinking about anything, because when sometimes they say it's this to be true, is that when you ask a man, what are you thinking about? They're literally thinking about nothing.
Literally.
Right? They don't.
No, they don't.
Women are constantly always thinking about stuff, because we've always got things to kind of really, okay, what's going on for dinner tonight? I've got to put the washing, I've got to bring the washing, and I've got to fold it up. I've got to pick up the kids' at 5 o'clock. So we're constantly always thinking about things. But that's where I feel like in the roles when you become in a relationship, I think it's...
communication.
Communication is that I don't feel like a woman should be... each their own.
Yeah.
Like a woman should be here and that's her job, and a man's here and that's his job. I don't see why we can't intertwine each other's, roles of, okay, well, would you like to stay home with the kids for maybe 6 months and I'll go to work, you know what I mean? And if that's open for him, cool. Yeah. And if it's not, well then maybe that's something you guys can talk about.
And back to the rest thing, it's also about like, okay, hey, I'm not like verbally them saying to you, hey, like I'm resting, I don't want to think about it. Hey, could you write me a note? and then I can get to it whenever, or like what's important right now, you know, like again, it's just having that communication between years.
Because if you think of it, when a woman's, like, say for instance, you finish early and you come home and you're preparing dinner and whatnot, right? And then
you want to bombard him with questions when he walks in the door.
He's literally walking in the door, and it's like, give him 5 to 10 minutes just to have some quiet time to himself.
Yeah, I say that's really good.
It is, and that's what it goes back to. Is just that you're not having to worry about anything because you've just been at work all day, thinking about work, doing all that stuff, right?
Doing.
Whatever you're doing,
not
and then
just
you come home, and then now I just want to. Literally just want to sit on the couch because I know my previous partner used to sometimes say that to me. He goes, "Can I sit 5 minutes?"
Yeah,
I just literally walked in the door, and you're already kind of asking me this, asking me that.
Hard out.
I just
because we're on all the time.
I just need, you know what I mean. And I never really thought about that until hearing this podcast of what I used to kind of put a lot on him. Now listening, looking, and reflecting back, it's just like
it's crazy, like you
like
get it.
just, Now I get it that they just need a couple of minutes just to be with themselves, to breathe from the day.
Because work is work. We think as women, they're alone at work. They don't have the kids. Yeah, we know the kids are hard, but they're still at work. They're still having to be on at work, doing whatever they're doing. It is still a physical, mental job. You're at a job, you know.
Yeah, and I think it also depends on the males, that person's state of mind. You know, where they're at in their kind of consciousness, and are they kind of constantly, thinking that I've got bills to pay, I've got a roof to put over my family's head, I've got to protect them, I've got to provide for them.
Which is a massive responsibility, by the way.
That's a lot that they put on themselves, you know what I mean? And I think as women, in a way, is sometimes some women will, put a lot more pressure on top of them when they've already putting pressure on top of themselves. And we do the same thing. Yeah. You know what I mean? We do. We put pressure on ourselves as well as the pressure that has been, broadcasted to everybody around the world in society. Well, women, that's your job, this is your job, whatever.
I think it's also about men voicing themselves too, because he goes on to say after that is like we should as well. Again, it's not men and women, but it's about the man and just how we can better understand their mind. Is they need to be like, look, it's not a no, but it's just a no for right now. Like, I can't do it right now. But I will get to it when I, can, which is, most men don't. I just need a rest, or they get angry, and then you're like, well, you're angry, I'm angry too now, when all I needed was, hey, I just need 5 minutes, but can we talk about it maybe after dinner,
Yeah. And like you said before, that's the having that open communication with one another and really kind of respecting each other's space and being able to, like, okay, I can see that my partner's had a heavy day. Yeah. I've also had a heavy day. I'll give him 5 minutes and then I'm going to say, look, now that are you okay? Have you rested enough? Yeah. Would you mind while I just go away? Or go run a bath or something. Yeah. Do you mind just watching the kids or something like that? Yeah. It really, I feel like.
But it's really about the man talking, because women can, as we know. Yeah. Yeah, I've got all this in mind. Okay, write a note for them, or however they diffuse something, talking or writing, and then it's about them coming forth. Like, it's okay to be like, can't do it right now, or, later, ask for the rest, ask for the time. Like, it's about them speaking up. Because women do understand. We have the sort of, not that they don't, but the emotional and, side a bit more. So you would have compassion. Hey, I've had a massive day. If he came home and said, I've had a massive day, can I just not do anything tonight? Yeah, cool, sweet mint. Sometimes it's like you've got to take, 70-30 that night, you're going to pick up the slack for him. But then another day you're going to be sick and he's going to pick up the slack. It's not all like 50-50, it should be 100-100, but then some days it's going to be,
How do we get a man to communicate? Like, how does that come about?
I think they need to be aware of their own feelings and definitely not resort to anger all the time, because that is very upsetting in any situation, I feel.
Yeah. And if someone is, like, what would you suggest if someone is kind of constantly, when you ask them and you're only asking, but they take it as if you're telling them, or, you know what I mean, they feel like you're putting pressure on them. what would you suggest to
Do
a man out there that is feeling like that to kind of start that journey for himself, to be able to be more open
within themselves?
Yeah.
I think we would go to his 4 R's, and reflect would be definitely the first thing.
Do okay, reflect. Okay, so the first one, Bobby, as you were saying before, because I think
so. He has his quote is about it's the 4 R's. So, which have come up before, but in this format, it's quite good.
This is like his little it's his format, his little protocol that
everyone's got different little sayings and things, and this one we quite like, and it's quite simple,
So the first one is reflect. I don't think I wrote them all down, but I think I did, and kind of bits and pieces.
So reflect is the main one, because, like, for example, say they're angry. Okay, your wife's whatever partner's asked you something, and you're like, "Oh, I've just had a bad day." Okay, you're instantly angry. Okay, so I would then be like, I would leave it, but I would say, okay, can you just try and reflect why you're angry? So, and take a moment, because everyone does, like, I walked away when I'm angry before, and just really reflect on it. Why am I angry? Okay, I'm angry because, one, I'm tired, I've had a massive day, she's going to want me to do this, that, and the other, and I can't be bothered, so I'm upset already. Mm-hmm. So as soon as you reflect on it, you can go, okay, calm yourself down, or, have a think, and then be like, all right, so I'm not actually mad at her, I'm just mad at the stuff I'm going to have to do, or whatever it is at that time. And then it just de-escalates the whole nervous system, doesn't it? Because you're like, hey, I'm not actually mad at anyone, but why am I being like that towards them then? So that's the first one, but that's the one I would definitely do. I'd just reflect on why you're angry and just go inward.
So reflecting on the things that I need to let go of, things that are out of my control, things I may need to reframe.
Yeah.
Maybe there's something I need to maybe there's something I need to revisit and reconcile with the person.
So he's talking about. We sort of went into no, that's all right. We went into a split moment, but this is sort of the 4 hours for the end of the day for a man.
So he's saying he reflects on himself. He reflects on, and it's almost just like you're saying to yourself, and you're letting go of things that I can't control. Can't control what just happened, or like you have control over your own feelings and your emotions and your behaviours. But things that you have no control of, I let them go from today.
Yeah.
Things that I need to go back and reframe and look at.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you can't fix everything.
The situation with my partner or my daughter did not work out really well.
And I will mend that.
And I want to go back to that.
But not right now, because tonight's for rest or whatever.
Tonight is for rest, and I'm letting go of everything that I'm not carrying on into my next day, basically, because today's for today, tomorrow's for tomorrow.
So you don't
and then reconcile with the person. So you like that revisiting and going back, and I find that is going back to repair where you fucked up.
Yeah.
Okay, and I need to own
was
that,
repair the
because
next
that's what
one?
reflection is all about.
Yeah, was repair the next one? Wasn't it? You're not writing them in order, puppy.
No, because I tend to just, when I listen to something, I just doodle.
I
release any thought and anything that I could be toxic and emotions that I've
reflect, release,
so reset,
yeah,
so
reflection, reset, release, and rest.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Hang on, I did write them down somewhere. Hold a moment, please, guys.
Because the order is sort of important, just in the sense of.
Okay, no, that's. Yeah, I did write it somewhere. Okay, first thing is respect their word. No, that's done with the young kid.
I wrote it on my phone, but we're recording on that right now. No, but I'm pretty sure it was reflect.
you reset. So
Reset.
reset is for him. He then says like a little prayer to God.
Yeah.
That I'm letting go of everything.
Yes.
That
Reset.
That's anything that's toxic. Any emotions.
Let it go.
Letting go.
And then that rolls into release.
Prevent me from resting. Anything that's negative. That
you're going to think about, that's going to keep you up.
Because you don't want to take that to your rest.
Yes.
I'm releasing it now by just saying, however you choose to say it, having a
whatever you do.
Prayer to God. So
and then it's release.
So that's reset.
Yeah, and then release.
Okay, and once you've allowed that,
it rolls into
that. That's release. Reflect, release, reset.
Okay.
So your reflection.
Oh, yes.
I release.
Release.
I even put it there, like the words reflect, release.
Reset. And that's the prayer part.
Yeah.
And
so
then
the release is letting go of everything in your mind. And then the next one is to reset what you're saying to God.
Yeah. I'm resetting for tonight. I need to rest.
Yeah.
And then rest is your sleep, which you can do a prayer.
My work, but I rest spiritual. My belief and I praise. Yeah. And now I rest and let go.
Which is go to sleep.
Is it 3 or 4? 4. 4. It's 4.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
So
like
reflect,
for you, even
release,
for you to do.
Reset, rest. Yeah.
Yeah, rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is really good because it does just help you. Like that was one thing I think, and another one you asked me was like, what have you learnt on this journey? And it is about reflecting and how you are and what you could look at, that because it's all about you, isn't it? And what you can change and why you took that comment that way. And it is definitely about reflection, for sure.
Because I think, like I was thinking to myself today, the main relationship in this world that you're going to want to pay attention to and focus on more than anything is you. Because I feel like you can't have a relationship with anybody else if you don't have a relationship with yourself.
Nope.
You can't.
Nope.
I just don't. Because you're going to be, if you're having a relationship with someone but you haven't fulfilled yourself, you're constantly asking that person to fill everything that you don't.
Yep, or you're giving your empty, which is anger, sadness.
Every time they don't fill up your cup, which you are meant to do,
there's fights. And
then there's like, why
anger
is he not doing, or why are they not doing this?
Yeah.
And I don't feel loved. And
doesn't work.
No, you got to really just.
So that was a really cool one. That was really, really cool.
I know that I sometimes this podcast really helped me to reflect a lot on my how I approach sometimes my own son when it comes to wanting to know some things, personal stuff. I guess I want him to be a bit more open. Like I notice that sometimes when I ask him, is everything okay? Right? It's just a question, but to them it's like, why are you asking me all the time? Stop asking me this, and I'm just like, wow, what are you saying?
But it's hard for you because he doesn't live here, so it's always just a phone conversation because he also goes on to explaining about when you have a son or something, he goes, if they're upset or whatever and you notice it, it's not necessarily about you, but just go lie with them. They just like you around. So it's a bit hard for you because he's not here, he's a bit more grown. But I noticed that in myself, I did that. I think I spoke to you about it a couple of days. My son's 13 and I just went and lay with him and just, he said he read a book doing his own thing and just, I just lay there and watched TikToks with him. And he said to me the next day, I really loved that. Just lying there watching TikToks.
Yeah.
OMG. It's just time. And sometimes we're in the lounge together and we're all could be on our phones sometimes if we had a big day or whatever, but it's still you're with them. They do love you around. Presence. They just
I mean, even though my boy's 28, I still feel like he still likes to be around.
Of course.
He likes to hang out and I've learnt quite a bit on how to just not always ask, is everything, do I have to ask all the time, is everything okay, you're good? Now I know he just likes to, like your boy, watch TikToks and we'll send each other hard case
reels
and stuff like that I know that both of us will really connect and get the humour of it.
Yeah, love that.
Which I love that. And I know with Kyle sometimes even when I've stayed at his place, he likes to come into the room in the morning and he'll just come and just sit there.
Yeah.
and play a little bit, and then he'll get up and go. But he even used to do that as a child. He'd always used to come into my room. That's when he used to sleep with me sometimes. But as an adult now, he'll just come in, sit in there, wake me up, and then he'll be like, okay, I'm going to do it.
But how nice is that? Like, just wake you up and be like, like my son, I send him some reels on. Always hug your mother, he's very affectionate anyway.
Yeah.
And, he does. Like, my thing is always come give me a kiss or a hug, in the morning, and, you're getting up, and I love that.
Yeah.
Just the small things that they make and mean a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
The one I'm grateful of is, even though sometimes it's, he might ring me, he used to ring me sometimes when he's taking a shit.
There's the comedy side in him and you.
Yeah, that's what he did. Just taking a shit. Cool.
Just thinking about your mum.
Yeah,
oh, great.
I was just thinking about something. He goes, anyway. Or lately it's been ringing me while he's at the gym. But there was something he did say in there which I really loved, and I thought I need to be more of that, is respecting their world.
Oh, yes. That was a
Respect their world, which I feel like I'm going to take that away from me with Kyle, is just to respect his world when I'm when I'm in his space.
What do you think he meant by that? I can't remember him elaborating on that in the podcast, but what did that sort of mean in sort of context? Like don't be too intrusive, or like...
he says that to respect their world. What's big to them should be mammoth to you.
That's right. Yes.
Right.
That's right.
Join their side and become on their team. Kind of
That's actually brought up a really good point. Unless I wanted to carry on, but it was something that did happen that actually, hurt me a lot. Can't remember if I don't know. I did tell you. Anyway, so one of my kids said something to their dad that was hurtful to him, and he got upset, obviously, and left. Anyway, me and her reflected on it after, and she's like, I didn't really mean to say that, but, they had banter and stuff and whatnot. Anyway, he messaged me after, and, he was like, wasn't happy about it, and he was like, I'm upset, that she, which was awesome because he could message me, but, how I handled it, as I'm still learning, was I like to deal with things face to face, but I said what I could on the message without it being written a different way. But I said, look,
messages, really.
I did sort of, because we had spoken about it, I said, she did obviously apologise in the end, and she did understand, but it's just in those moments, I should have probably stuck up for him then and just been like, she's hurting his feelings. But I obviously couldn't get resolved because, he left a bit upset. But, just respecting in his world how that could have hurt his feelings. Because if that was said to me, I could have felt the same, And I apologised. I was like, I'm really sorry. We did speak about it after, but sometimes you do need that space, one for my daughter to realise, and then... the other person to say, but I did apologise. And again, it's about our last podcast, mending and repairing. I can see how you would have been hurt from that, and I'm sorry I didn't back you up then, but, you took off and, she needed time to reflect, and we did speak about it, and, it was all good. But, that really, was real interesting. Yeah, that comment.
What was the comment?
No, that what he said, respecting their world and what might be upsetting to them, you've got to sort of understand it from their point of view,
Because they're human.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And I think sometimes you whatever rarus you have, or you have with that person, your ex-partner or the father to your children, is no matter what, is you are both co-parenting your children at the same time. And our children are our children. You guys are the parents and are setting the example of how I guess they're gonna say things that are hurtful because they're hurt, so they will say something that's gonna hurt them. You know what I mean? In reflection to that. So,
but it's just these podcasts make you aware of it. Again, it's the awareness in me from hearing this, and then having the in myself too to be like, I'm sorry I didn't see you then. I'm sorry, like I didn't stick up for you in that moment. I mean, I am a different learner in the sense of I wouldn't have been able to deal with it right then anyway because everyone was fired up or whatever, the situation was. But being able to wait for it to level out, I can apologise for my part. She spoke to her, got her to understand where he was coming from as well. And it was good. Another thing as well, the other day, our son had an appointment and he was talking to the lady and he was like, oh, yeah, to her. And me and the ex there, both said, please say, oh no, what did we say? We didn't say please say no. We said the answer is no, not yeah. So it's about respect and sort of being a person to other humans, not just being chill and blasé about everything as they can be. They're young, they're learning. But we were both it was just nice to feel that we were both on the same page and we both said the same comment at the same time. And I was like, oh, I like that. Yeah, so that was really cool. But we're all learning. I mean, it's not easy. First time parents every year is a different year. They're growing, they're teens, they're, Yeah. It's hard.
The different stages of human.
Yeah.
Hey.
Humanness. Yeah.
Humanness.
Was there anything else?
That was a good one.
You could think of with boy?
There's probably many, but I just can't think of anything. I think there was one thing is I always feel like when I think he's not happy, like I'm interpreting and perceiving his manner to be unhappy, and then I take on that energy, and then I'm like, what have I said or done or anything like that? And I remember the last time we did that, I totally just took it the wrong way and really. So I took it very personal, and then I kind of flew off the handle, and then, not flew off the handle, but I just said, I don't think I'll be staying here for the last night, and it was just silence. It was so uncomfortable. But reflecting back on it, and then I kind of just was like, I think I spoke to you about it, and then I called him in, and then I said to him, can I please talk to you, Kyle? And he's like, sure, mother. And then we sat in the room, and then and I sat with him. I'm talking to him, and he just wouldn't face me. And I said, look, I just want you to be happy, And I said, just show it. Like he goes, I am, Mum. And I'm just like, now that I look back and I've listened to this podcast, and then I think to myself, not everything is about you, and not everything he does is necessarily directed at you. And I realised in that moment when I went at the gym, because he didn't want to train with me. Because when I go on holidays, we start off together as like training every day, and then it's just like, I just want to be on my own, right? And I really got that, but it wasn't until I got back here that I understood that, because there's times I have a training buddy, and there's times where I just want to train on my own. I just feel so like, I just need my space. Yeah. And it really, the pin just dropped, and I was like, oh. Now I know what my son felt like that moment, because I just said to him, what are we doing? He just looked at me and goes, I just want to train on my own today. And I was like, oh, dagger. I'm only here for 2 weeks, and you are just kind of cutting me dry right now. Even though I was just doing my thing. I'm like, tears in my eyes. Oh. I'm going to pack my bags and I'm going to go stay somewhere else with him. But just looking back at that, I was just like, my son is happy, and I've let go of that, of trying to make, like, you think that happiness looks
well,
a
in that
certain
other
way.
podcast, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, you can't always be happy as well,
No,
and you
it's
can't
unrealistic.
always make them happy because they're going through their learnings. You can just be there for them when they're not. Like, how do you make someone better? I think he talks about, let's say they've had their first breakup. Oh, it's okay. It'll be fine. Be happy. Like, unrealistic, bro.
But just like he probably is happy, and
yeah.
But I'm looking
expecting
for
him to smile and be like you. Yeah,
but it's not like that.
No.
He is who he is.
Yeah.
And that was a really that was such a really good wake up call for me, because I just can't. Yeah,
and I think when you don't
he's not going to tell me.
Yeah, that's what I'm just going to say. They come to you anyway.
Yeah.
You know, like when they're not, or they want to talk, or they have things going on, they actually do come to you. So just try and look at the bigger picture and be like, do I nag all the time? You happy? You happy? You okay? You okay? You okay?
No wonder why you'd be like, oh my God, can you just like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, Mum, you're annoying.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
I mean, we always, of course, want our kids to be happy, but you also want them to come to you when they are unhappy, so you can actually just hold them and be there for them.
Yeah, which I love doing.
Yeah,
I really do. When he rings up and he talks about stuff about his dad or work or knew something that, or about his partner, I now literally just listen and hold space,
because they just need someone to talk to too. That's right. Yeah,
and I'm happy just to do that for him now, not try and figure it out for him and give him the answers and try and fix it.
Yeah, you can't fix it. Need to feel it, right? What we've learned. Let them feel, let them be, and then let it pass. Yeah.
The masculine male is a slave to his thoughts and emotions, but so we missed out on it, but so in his podcast he talks about the masculine man versus
the comprehensive man.
Comprehensive man.
Yes. Oh, we're both looking for a comprehensive man, aren't we, Bubby?
Yes. I'll give you just a little. Remember that time, that little situation at the gym, and I've got two guys who I'm going to say that I think they're just in their own. What's that energy? Would you call it?
Masculine, feminine.
Yeah, that kind of what are men? It's that oil.
Testosterone.
Yeah, that kind of testosterone, masculine energy. And I'll
puff my chest, you puff yours.
My gym buddies is we train always together. Now some people think that we're a couple. Okay, we're not. To me he's like my brother from another mother. And this other guy happened to we started talking, and we talk amongst everybody. And then one afternoon he says to me, because we were talking about something, and then the gym manager comes over. The bro wasn't around, and then he was like, "Oh, every time I want to talk to you, there's always someone around," and I'm just like, "Oh, okay." Didn't take it, and then he was like, "Oh, even your mate, when I want to talk to you, standing behind you, and he's giving me the evils." I'm just like, "What?" And he goes, "Are you guys a couple?" And I was like, No, he's my mate. That's just the way we just trained together, blah, and that. And then I kind of sat with that, and I spoke to you about it, and I reflected on it. And it was interesting because I think we're just listening to this podcast, and I kind of put them both in a comprehensive man is a man who expresses his emotions freely and openly, and not worrying about how he's going to be judged by anybody.
Yeah.
Right. Then you've got the masculine man, who is how he puts it. The masculine male is a slave to his own thoughts. Yeah, well, his emotions.
They're in competition with everyone or whatever. Yeah,
And I thought to myself, for someone to comment on that about my bro, I was like, okay, whatever. But then I thought to myself, your energy is no different to his in a sense, because whether he is, I don't know. I got no eyes behind the back of my head. But I said I respect my bro, and I know him more than I know you. But the fact that you were commenting and saying that and expressing that shows me that you are someone who's in a masculine energy, and this
not
there in this aspect, not in a comprehensive, because I feel like if a man's in a comprehensive mindset, in a state of consciousness, that would not
have been said.
That would not affect you. It would not make you have any inferior towards the other male that's on the other side of you if you're interested in a woman who's in the middle here.
He could have stopped at, "Are you a couple?" and that's it.
Yeah.
Because if he was interested, he could have just gone, "I'll check."
Got my number.
Yeah.
Hey, do you want to catch up for a coffee?
Or I'll check that, but I won't comment, because blah, 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 blah,
and that
blah.
was the energy that you had behind it, and the intent just shows me that I can read that is that you are someone who's not in your energy or in that pathway of kind of correcting yourself or being aware of your own thoughts and the way that you're judging another male. Right? And I just thought, wow, that was really interesting. To see that. And I thought, no, I'm not going to say anything to my bro because there's no need for me. But it was just a quite cool little thing to witness.
And then just opening it and going,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we can give...
You can hear someone when they're speaking to you, whether it be a male or female, their language and what they say and how they kind of, especially when they talk about another person, you know what I mean, and how they're handling it.
So I'll give his example because this example hit home for me.
Yeah.
So his example of a masculine and a comprehensive was a guy was walking down the street with like a little poodle, for example. You know?
Yes. Yeah.
And another guy had the big Doberman, and they're walking past each other, and whatever it is, it could be a comment like, "Oh, what's that little thing?" Or I can't remember what it was.
He was like, "Oh,
get a real dog."
Right, you get a real dog.
That's right. And then he replied back, "I don't need a pet to prove my worth," or something.
A real dog doesn't need a pet,
or doesn't define me. Something like that. So in the scheme of things,
I'm happy with having this little caboodle
because
dog.
I want the dog because I love the dog. It's nothing to do with my masculinity, or I don't need a big dog to prove I'm strong and And then again, he said just the littlest thing about a guy who likes flowers. He goes, "I like flowers because I love the goddamn smell of them." Okay, that's it. Not because I'm a pussy or I'm not hard or I'm not anything. That doesn't change the worth of the man. So he doesn't let comments like that affect him. Whereas a comprehensive man would just be like, "Cool, whatever, that's your thoughts, not my problem." And he is not worried or fearful to say, "I love my fucking little capoodle dog. That's my dog, that's my baby, I don't care." So that's where it is. So someone who's in their masculine will throw comments or feel offended by someone, whereas a comprehensive man will not care.
Well, to
an extent,
No, I don't think they do.
No,
they don't. There's no not to an extent.
They not needing to prove their worth because of their pink or small car or whatever. It's just I'm in this car because I like this car. I have this small dog because I love this small dog.
It's like a woman dog.
Yeah.
Same as a woman.
Yeah.
I remember the quote because it says here, I love flowers.
Oh, you wrote it.
Flowers for my mind.
Yeah.
But don't test me.
Yeah.
Don't test me. It won't. Oh, my terrible writing. Won't to go there. Don't
test me if you want to go there.
Yeah, don't test me if you want to go there. I'm a comprehensive. I will not be boxed anymore.
Yeah.
Know who you are. That goes for anybody.
Yeah. I mean, it was talking about men, but only because the whole...
Like a woman, you cut your hair, you got short hair, right? And you might be...
We can bring up the example of Bali.
Let's bring it up. Like, you've got a woman who cut... Like, okay, I will use myself as an example. I've got short hair now. I used to have long hair. I've got tattoos. I go to the gym. I like to train because I love fucking muscles, all right? And I know that they're going to support me. Longevity... till I'm in my hundreds, okay? While you're in your Zimmer frame. No, don't say that.
No, we're helping you grow, baby. Come on now.
And it's just like Mel's and I we're at the pool, and there was this lovely girl there who was from Australia in Sydney. She was there on holiday with her mum. And I think we were just kind of in the pool. We were talking to her, stuff like that. And then she was like, "Oh, I actually thought you, I don't know how you got on
We
the
asked if she had a partner or something anyway. And
well, she was talking about, I think, having a lesbian experience.
Oh, that's right.
And, knock yourself out, bro. And she was like, I actually thought you two were lesbians. Like,
you
couple.
and I. Couple. We're a couple.
We're a couple. And we're like,
We asked her why. I was like, what made you? I said, what made you think that? I'm intrigued to know. And she was like, the short hair and the tattoos.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, so that's your
boxed in, bro. Boxed in.
The picture you have of a lesbian, and I said to man, I've seen some stunning lesbians, blonde, beautiful models.
Both of them
are lesbians. You don't have to look a specific way to be in love with.
But that's about being boxed in. That's what you see. Again, it's about the whole masculine thing. It's coming back from you've got to be masculine. You can't show anything. You can't have a small dog. You can't.
Why is that?
Yeah,
that's what society has put us in the box. The same with women.
What needs
women
to
don't
be
wear
changed.
pants. Women wear dresses. Yeah, they have them down to their knees. You don't show too much
cover
skin.
up, or it's rude.
You don't have long hair. No. You know what I mean? Because you're worried about what people. And it took me not a long time, but I think even growing my hair out to grey. You can see when people look at you. Yeah. And I can see when some people are like, I don't think I could do that. I don't really care. Yeah. I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable with it. But I think the more you are comfortable within your own skin and work it, women become more attracted to it because they're like, I want that. Yeah. I want that confidence that you have, that you're not afraid to grow your hair grey because it's natural. Exactly. Cut your hair if you want. I've always wanted to have my hair cut. Yeah, and you love it. Love it. I never go back. I do it, but I'm just like you were
a bit scared though because even before.
I did it in cancer.
I remember. Lost your hair, Mum. Oh yeah. Remember? And you were like, actually, my head's not that bad. Man, girl. I was looking back at those pictures, my 40 ones, and I was clearing my phone. I was like, she's so bald. Yeah. And it looks fine because you have beautiful features.
Well, yeah, I think, yeah. Thank you, but again, it's just.
But it is about
the world has trained us to think and look like in our. I
also
bodies.
Yeah, did see a TikTok which is why we're doing this because we want people to know earlier. And don't get me wrong, it's still hard for me sometimes. I'm like, I don't feel good today. Nothing looks right. You have those days, but try not be like that all the time. But it says in your 20s, you care. In your 30s, you're busy doing life. In your 40s, you're phasing off a bit. But in your 50s, you don't give a fuck. But I want it to be earlier than that.
And I'm going to be 50 and I'm already like, don't give a fuck.
I want it to be earlier than that. Because I'm only 40 and I want to not give a fuck now. But I know, I'm learning to be. It's all a process. But it's not easy. But I think we all need to be in ourselves where you just do you, boo.
Yeah.
Just do you.
I was walking.
It's all about you. And that person probably not even giving a fuck about you. They're probably just daydreaming, thinking about their own shit.
Oh, yeah.
Or going, actually, shit, she looks banging today. It's not even necessarily they're looking at you because you're whatever you're thinking about yourself.
Yeah. But when I look at someone now, or if if you're walking in the mall, which I was doing today, is I was walking in the mall, I was going to look at something, and then I was like, okay, don't look in here. So many people. But it's just like sometimes I'll look at, if you make eye contact, I'll just smile at people now. And I had some old digs on, track pants and my fucking hunting and fishing. Bro, I've seen a couple of guys in there. They must have come to the Hallensteins. They had their gumboots on. I was like, you know what? Only in New Zealand.
Love that.
Love it. Like, you don't have to go out and dress up and stuff like that.
But if that's what you want to do,
with their pajamas on.
If you wanna dress up and do that, that's good too. You do
whatever you're feeling like. But if you're just calling in there to do something, just go as you are. Don't worry about what you look like. But these people really don't give a shit what you're doing. No. Because they're too busy judging themselves.
Yes. Yeah. Crazy.
It is crazy. Yeah. But that's just the world.
Yeah. And this podcast, again, is more based around men because it is about, obviously, their demeanour is more in the sense of they're masculine and they're hidden away. Women obviously do talk a bit more and sort of do open up a bit more, but it's about allowing the man to do so as well.
Yeah.
Really.
Oh, yeah. I think
they'll feel so much more free. Communication is key, and just we recommend any woman to listen to this too, because it really just helps you understand.
But it's also, I think
it really does.
We're a part. We can play a part in that for them.
Hard out. It's boosting them up, growing them too. It's
knowing what they're worth. Because that was one thing he says in here, which I've become to realise is your worth is not in what you do.
No, you are enough. He brought up that too. Remember that podcast before?
Yeah, it's not what you do. It's about you, how you'll be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I like the one that he says, do you want to be a racehorse?
Oh, yes.
Or do you want to be a working horse?
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of men are working horses.
Yes. You need to be as well, just like the woman.
Be free.
Yeah. Definitely.
But that's going to take time, and I feel like that's where women and men need to work together in those.
Even
in
about
those groups
not the
together.
man just works. You work together. You're both working. It's a joint thing. And unfortunately back in the days it was that just the men work and the women don't. But these days you both need to. You're both on the path. You're both doing it.
Yeah, and I think you need to question that and what was kind of put out there in the beginning of how things are supposed to be. Question that, you know what I mean? I don't feel like you should have to state, is that what I believe in?
Yeah.
No, well then change it. There's nowhere it says that you can't change it.
No.
You know what I mean?
Do you have any last words for this one, Bud?
Oh, how long have we been going for?
I don't know. Oh, an hour. Yeah.
An hour?
Yeah. That's a goodie. We went over most points.
Most points, yeah.
I don't really have many last words because we brought up quite a lot in there, but definitely share this. And that is one thing that Mel says. Share this podcast to men. I will put the notes and everything up about the podcast, but definitely just have a listen. Men, women, anyone on this one, because it will help both. It will help relationships. It will, definitely.
I will say one thing. Don't worry about perfection. Worry about being present with your children if you have a son, but even if you have daughters,
have men around you.
Don't always be. Nothing's about being perfect.
Yeah.
They have a life outside of us. Always do, and I know my son does. But I know that I've kept the doors always open for him to come and talk to me at all times.
100%.
Hey, my bro.
Love you, men.
Okay, love you guys, and.